of radio is seen at different levels. It is an essential tool in times of disaster management as an effective medium to reach affected people when other means of communication are disrupted. It is a way of promoting gender equality by providing rural women access to knowledge and support. What then is the significance of World Radio Day? I'm now joined telephonically by Ministry of Information and Communication Technology Executive Director Mbeuta Ua-Ndjarakana. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, you and the listeners.
Tomorrow is World Radio Day. What exactly is the significance of this day?
The significance of radio is that it's a valuable, readily available, accessible, cost-free source of information and societal interaction in effectively addressing social and economic matters within communities and countries. It also connects rural communities with government and government with rural communities. Radio has made the world not only a village but a house. For instance, if you take Kati FM, it will allow those who follow the language Oshiwambo to listen like they're in one house at one go and get the same message in their own language. Omurari FM, the same thing. Radio is the fastest medium. The simplicity of radio makes it widely popular and a friend to all, an enemy to none. It is very inclusive. Radio Day is important to raise awareness on its importance as the most accessible medium of communication and continue encouraging interaction between the citizen and decision makers to make policies and create laws that create a conducive environment and level playing field for community, commercial and public radio stations.
Very well, sir. Please talk to us about the role of the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology regarding using radio as a medium.
As part of ensuring access to information by the public, government would ensure the dissemination of information through radio as the fastest and widely accessible communication channel. Radio has passed the test of times and has continued to be relevant over the centuries. In the Namibian situation, we have a self-regulating media to the extent that we have a code of conduct and ethics and a media ombudsperson. This is in our desire to put our house in order, our media house in order. We have proclaimed to the world our commitment to media pluralism, to freedom of expression, to freedom of the press, and as a result, our role as government in ensuring democratic participation is to level the playing field.
Mr. Edie, to recap, how is radio useful as far as education and information to the public is concerned?
It's extremely important and relevant. Take, for instance, last year when the country was hit by coronavirus, lessons from various institutions of education, the Ministry of Education, NAMCOL, universities and other institutions, they had to switch to radio as the medium of access between teachers, lecturers, and the learners, as well as community, family members, parents, so that as a way of easing the smoothening the burden of assisting learners to cope under the pressure of COVID-19.
Sir, a number of milestones are underway for 2021. One such imminent milestone is that Namibia is set to host the Global World Press Freedom Day celebrations, as well as the 30th anniversary celebrations of the Windhoek Declaration. Why is that significant?
Free mass media is a signpost and a tool for democracy. Namibia is unique in that it's the birthplace of media pluralism through the Windhoek Declaration at a conference held in 1991 and supported by the UN and resulting on the 3rd of May becoming World Press Freedom Day. and Namibia will be hosting the 30th anniversary of the Windhoek Declaration and the World Press Freedom Day this year in May from the 1st to the 3rd. Therefore, it's important that Namibia is hosting. It's an honor for Namibia to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Windhoek Declaration, and looking forward to producing Windhoek Declaration 30 plus as a guiding tool to beyond 30 years of our proclamation to media pluralism, media freedom, press freedom, and freedom of the press.
You spoke extensively earlier about how self-regulated the media space in Namibia is. Does that mean that there are no laws, that there's no legislation regulating particularly radio here in Namibia?
Yes, for instance, with radio, all we need to do is to get frequency through the regulatory authority of Namibia, CRAN, because people need to be order, and therefore everyone needs to have their channel of transmission, of broadcasting, and that's the only sphere of regulation that people should adhere to.
A local radio station, sir, was recently removed from the airwaves following non-compliance with license requirements. What is your take on that matter?
Everybody should actually adhere to regulations, to laws. We must be law-abiding citizens. But the good thing about it, given our democracy, our peace, there has not been ruffling of feathers. The radio, the FM radio station understood they had not played to the rule, and were directed to get their house in order, and there is peace and there is progress.
As we conclude, what programs are lined up by the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology to commemorate and celebrate World Radio Day?
The main event for the World Radio Day 2021 will be the celebration taking place at the Government Information Center today at 1500 hours with our Honorable Deputy Minister of Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, Honorable Inamtila Emma Theophilus, and the UNESCO representative to Namibia, delivering statements on the role and importance of radio, followed by a panel discussion on how radio has evolved over the centuries and its role during the COVID-19 pandemic. Before we let you go, sir, what are your final remarks this morning? My final remarks is that the government is committed, and Namibia is committed to ensuring connectivity across the country, so that there is signal for radio and television to all citizens of this country. We are making good progress in that regard, and Namibians are encouraged to own small sets of radio so that they really are on the information road path. Nobody should be left out. Thank you very much, and happy World Radio Day to you too, sir. You too. Thank you. That was Mr. Mbeuta Ua-Ndjarakana, Executive Director in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, talking to us about the commemoration of World Radio Day.